Dr. Pravi, you are welcome. Over to you.
Thank you very much for having me. Can I ask if you can hear me okay?
Sure.
Yeah, we can hear.
Fine. Check. Please go ahead.
That's lovely. Thank you so much. Today, I'm very privileged to be invited by NELTA to present my project. This is something that I've been doing for the past few years, and since the since COVID-19, because so many students in Hong Kong have to stay at home and learn classes, take their lessons online. We have a surge of users of Idioms Tube, and so it's a vocabulary learning app that allows learners to learn English vocabulary through YouTube videos. So I'm going to give a demonstration of what this app is about. And then if colleagues are interested in using the app, it's actually, everyone can actually download, not download, but actually go online to this website, www.idiomstube.com, to register for a free account. So the materials, this website is actually available to all for free. And then this is how colleagues may register for individual accounts, but then if you want to enroll your students in my project, so your whole schools will be joining this for free, then you can contact me afterwards, because I've got information about how you can enroll your students in the program. So you can take a look at this website later on. I have to thank, before I begin my presentation, I have to thank Professor Krashen yesterday, because it was such an enlightening talk that he gave. I learned so much from his talk, and I got a few interesting points from his presentation. I think he said, correct me if I'm wrong, but then I thought, he said, input becomes intake when you provide optimal input. And then what is meant by optimal input is, there are 4 characteristics of optimal input. First, the input must be comprehensible. 2, there must be lots of input to choose from, many materials for people to choose from. 3, the material is extremely interesting. And then 4, the content must be rich. And Professor Krashen thinks that reading is an amazing idea for learning foreign language. He gave us the example of learning Spanish. And then he also said that we need to give learners the freedom to choose whatever they want to learn English from. Learners must be able to choose any books that they want to read. And then when learners enjoy what they are reading, whatever they are reading, the affective filter is low, and then we will have great learning outcomes. So I learned so much. I can't express how much I learned from Professor Krashen, but then I had 2 immediate reactions. Number 1, yeah. So Professor Krashen talked about the importance of reading for language learning, but then in Hong Kong, for example, learners actually prefer popular media like videos or English videos or English songs to reading. So in a survey that I did in 2018, I asked 300 local Hong Kong students, what do they do to learn English outside of the classroom? 70% of them told me that they prefer to learn English through popular media. And 10% of them even spend 5 or more hours on this activity. So while Professor Krashen talked about the benefits of reading, it seems that learners today may not be so interested in reading. This is like what we often see in Hong Kong, people looking down at their mobile phones. I think in the city, in Nepal, learners, students and adults also do the same, everyone looking at their phones all the time. So much about giving learners, letting learners learn English through what they prefer. And the truth is maybe that most learners prefer video content, which provides multimedia stimulations rather than reading. Of course, I also like reading myself, but then time may have changed, and then learners, young people just like videos a lot more than reading. My second reaction to Professor Krashen's enlightening talk is, Professor Krashen said that we should give learners more choices, but then I'm a little stressed right now already. And you see, as teachers, we have so much marking to do, so much teaching preparation. So when Professor Krashen said there are 4 features of optimal input, we have to provide input that's comprehensible, lots of input, extremely interesting, the content is rich, but then do I have so much time to do all these actually? Where do I find the time to provide a lot of input to my students? And how do I ensure that the material is comprehensible? Surely I will have to go through all the videos or the reading materials to check that they are comprehensible for which level of students. And then where do I get so much money to buy English video materials if videos are what my students prefer to learn English from rather than reading? So all these problems, and I also thought about, hey, in the old days, I have to admit, I have to put my hand up for having learned English through watching friends. And when I watch video, after watching a video, I usually do these exercises, worksheets that I can download on the internet. But then how much time do we have as teachers to allow students to produce these worksheets for each of the videos that we can buy? Imagine that we have all the money in the world to buy so many video contents for our students. So how do we provide these worksheets? And who will mark these worksheets for our students if we really provide them all the choices so that they can do whatever they want and they can learn from videos, which is what many of them prefer? So my solution, I thought, was IdiomsTube. So what is it? It is a web-based app that can help learners expand their vocabulary through watching any subtitled YouTube videos. So it is a free app, open to anyone and all ages of proficiency levels, and we have got Facebook and Instagram. So I think like yesterday when I heard Professor Krashen's talk, he was talking about graded readers. But then how do we do that? How do we get access to lots of free material if we don't have that budget to buy a lot of video materials? I thought, how about we unleash the power of online videos? Today, we are bombarded by so many free providers of video content like BBC iPlayer, and then these are other providers in Hong Kong. But then I'm sure you are familiar with Vimeo and YouTube already. So there are many providers. They provide free content. Can we allow our students to learn from this content? These media, internet media, online videos are also wonderful because they are accessible. People can watch anytime, anywhere, and then they can watch on their smartphones. And then people can watch, because there are so many videos on the internet of different lengths and durations. So there are videos that last for maybe 5 minutes. There are long videos that last for 2 hours. There are many choices that learners have depending on how much time they have available. For example, when they're on the bus, they have got 2 hours. They can, or on the train, they have got 2 hours. They can watch something on YouTube that lasts for 2 hours. So anyone can find anything that they want on YouTube. And then because we have got online videos like YouTube also provide the flexibility for learners to switch on or off captions or subtitles, and then people can replay the videos anytime, and they can adjust the speed. So if the videos are too fast, learners can always slow down using the like built-in mechanism. And then there is an unlimited choice of videos. And according to some research, 300 hours of videos are uploaded to YouTube every minute. So it's amazing, isn't it? So what does IdiomsTube actually do? IdiomsTube is the app, vocabulary building app, and so it was developed as part of a research project that uses big data approach to examine vocabulary acquisition. Originally, like why is the app called IdiomsTube? That is because initially the project focuses on the learning of idiomatic expressions, but then as we continue the development. The app now covers the teaching of English words as well. So again, people can create, users, students, teachers can create their accounts for free by clicking this button that says like register for a new account, and then they can sign in. We don't record much information from users. We just need their emails. How do they want to call themselves? And then they create any password that they like. So actually, I need to explain what is meant by idiomatic expressions. So idiomatic expressions are contain many things. It could be idioms, it could be speech formulae like good morning, good afternoon, how do you do, conversational routines like I need to come clean, and then proverbs, too much coke spoils the broth, and so on. So there are many expressions like this that are the result of habitual usage of native speakers of English. There are some more examples for you here. So explaining cats and dogs is what we consider idiomatic expression. Here comes the bus. Here comes is another expression. You're unbelievable. Meaning the opposite, maybe, or like literally. Let's hear it for X. When you watch the video like X Factor on television, you would know let's hear it for X is said when someone at the end of a talk show, at the end of a show where people have found the champion, and then let's hear it for someone means let's clap our hands for that person. So there are many idiomatic expressions like this, and then these expressions are very prevalent, common. According to some research, actually 52% of our speech is made up of these idiomatic or formulaic expressions. So even though these expressions are so very common in English speech and writing, learners of English have tremendous problems with using these expressions. So some time ago in Hong Kong, there was this interview on the streets of Hong Kong, some journalists asking people, like if you go to a restaurant and you have been waiting for half an hour and the food still hasn't arrived, so what should you say? And then these pedestrians, these people on the street said, so they would say, you missed the order, I've waited for so long, to the waiter. And then these are some other options that some Hong Kong learners suggested. But then these suggestions are all wrong because they are not idiomatic. This is not how native speakers of English would say to a waiter when they have waited for so long for their food to arrive.
Excuse me,
Yes.
Dr. Lean, you have 5 minutes to go.
Okay, understood, thank you. So let me be very quick. So what does IdiomsTube does? What does IdiomsTube do? So what it does is learners can choose any video they want, and then they can view the glossary that my system generates automatically. And then there are some like people can click the definitions, click to see definitions and examples of these words and phrases, expressions, and then they can watch the video and complete some multiple choice questions, and then there is automatic marking. So there are some special features. It's self-directed language learning. The whole process is completely automated. And then there is a large database. The database can teach and identify and teach 50,000 idiomatic expressions in English. And then there are games, there is a teacher interface, and it's completely free. It can be used in a classroom or at home, and then people can find videos, look up items, and learners can earn badges. Their names can show up on the leaderboards if they perform very well. And then there are flashcards for revision. So for learners, people can watch whatever they like. They can learn in a relaxing environment, no judgment, just rewatch if they get the item wrong. And then there is auto scoring. And then everyone has complete control over what they want to learn. They can play back the videos for as many times as they want, and then they can alter the playback speed. And everyone can fit everyone's, the software can fit everyone's schedule. And then for teachers, teachers can use the app for enriching their classroom teaching. And then teachers can also monitor their students' performance and recommend videos to students, and they can assign they can give idioms. Like this is what Hong Kong teachers are currently doing. Many schools approached me in the past few months asking to have their students enrolled in the program. So teachers require their students to use IdiomsTube every day. So we have got our Facebook. Let me just use a few minutes, like 2 or 3 minutes, to give a quick walkthrough of my interface. So this is IdiomsTube, and then once you have created the account, you can log in. So I'm logging in as a teacher. So obviously a teacher's view will be different from the student's view. So now let me show you what can the students see by turning on the student mode. So when students log in to IdiomsTube, this is what they see. They see a new flashcard, a new idiom being introduced every day. So everyone learns something new every day. So then they can search for, this is the IdiomsTube interface. People can search for any video they want on YouTube. So this software, this app is actually linked with YouTube. And so all the new videos can be searched using this search bar. And then learners can also look at the recommendations from their teachers and classmates and from my team of researchers. So for example, I want to watch the video, watch a video about Tokyo. I can search for that, or I can actually choose any of the videos here. Like you can see, I wonder if you can see that there is the number 4 and there is the number 1 here. So my system automatically classify the difficulty level of each video. So here 4 means that this video is level 4 in terms of speed. So this video is very, very fast. And then in terms of vocabulary, this video is very easy. So it gets a pepper it gets 1 chili. So let's say I go to any video I like, and then I just click. At the background, the system will scan for obscene language, inappropriate language, so you can be sure that your students would be watching non-violent, non-obscene videos. So this is a video about earthquakes. So again, we can see like 4 in terms of speed and 2 in terms of lexical difficulty. And then these are the items that learners can, like, for example, take into account. When learners don't know what is meant by taking into account, they can click on this button, and then the system will take learners to the dictionary entry, so to see what is meant by take into account, and then they will see examples as well. And then learners can bookmark this item for later revision, and then they can watch this video. And then after watching this video, they can change the speed of this video using the buttons down here. And then after watching the video, because I haven't got a lot of time, I will just move on and not watch the video. Actually, when learners watch the video, they can play the subtitles or caption depending on their needs. And then they can do a few exercises. They are all auto marking exercises, so they can do fill in the blanks. So if learners have watched the video, they would know how to select the correct answer. But if the learners don't know how to select the correct answer, they can press hint. And then they will be taken to the right moment of the video where this line was said. So if we play this video, learners can re-listen to what this part is. So they can just look up their answer this way. So when they are done, they can press submit, and then there will be auto scoring. So you can see that there are other functions as well. They can try other exercises. There is the speaking exercise. There is the spelling exercise, which is the traditional hangman exercise. And then learners can also, I'm just quickly going through things. Sorry about this. If I could have 2 more minutes. So on the dashboard, students can see they are, like, for example, I'm currently level 2, but then I can accumulate more points. So I get points for every video I watch. And as I get more points, I get upgraded to the next level. And then I can see what badge I get. So all the students in the same class would have their name show up here. And then all the learners can join the world leaderboard, where they can see where they rank in terms of the world record. There is the flashcards for students to do revision, and then people have vocabulary diary where they have got bookmarked items, and then they can see all their track records, each item. I think you can watch, explore. I hope you colleagues,
Excuse
all
me,
the
Dr.
teachers.
Lin.
Yes.
Your presentation is very interesting, but
Yes.
I would like to request you to conclude.
Yes, I will conclude now. So
Yeah.
today I haven't talked to you about the teacher's interface, but then I think you can look at my PowerPoint slides. And if you contact me, I will give you access to the teacher's interface where you can have all your classes, your students' performance like this. So you can, that's why colleagues in Hong Kong give their students Idioms Tube as their daily exercise during COVID-19. Actually, we have got 8,000 users currently. So actually, your students can also like our Facebook. We also post daily idiom of the day posts. And then we have got more new functions coming up. So please watch this space, join our program.